Hey guys, this is Shannon, and today on the Magento screencast we're going to show you how to create and manage attributes and attribute sets for your products in Magento. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is navigate over to the Catalog tab in the Magento admin navigation bar. Scroll down to Attributes and click on Manage Attributes. Once you're there, you'll see a list of all the attributes in the system. You can search through these attributes by the attribute code, attribute label, whether the attribute's value is visible on the front end, whether the attribute is a global attribute, which means when you change it, it changes across the whole system, whether a value is required for that attribute, whether the attribute is a system attribute, whether the attribute's value is searchable on the front end, whether the attribute's value is filterable when layered navigation is in use, and whether the attribute's value is comparable. Now every aspect of your product in Magento is an attribute, from the color to the price to the meta keywords, etc. So we're going to add a new attribute. We'll call it shirt size since it's for a shirt attribute set we'll be making later. Now you can make this attribute's input any type that you want, but dropdown is the most efficient for size and the only type filterable in layered navigation, so we'll choose dropdown. We do want to share it with other products, so we're not going to say it's a unique value. We do want this value to be required, since every shirt product should have a size. And we do want the option to apply to a configurable or grouped product, so that users can select their size when they're ordering a shirt. Now we don't necessarily want size searchable on the front end, or comparable. But for the purposes of this example, we will make it filterable. And we don't want it visible on the catalog pages on the front end. Since dropdown is a value, it automatically goes to integer. Here's the fun part. Here's where we get to name the attribute in the front end with the attribute label. You can do different labels for different stores, and the options for the attribute. Now, if you don't specify an option value for a store, then the default value will be used, so make sure you have a default. Now you can add as many attribute options as you need to, and readjust the position in the field at the end there labeled position. Once you're happy with both your titles and your options, go to Save Attribute. And you'll see it join the list. Now we're going to head up to the Catalog tab and navigate over to Manage Attribute Sets. You'll see all the attribute sets you've created in the past, plus the system default set. You can search through these by set name. But today we're going to add a new set. You'll want to name it and select the attribute set that your set will be based on. Most people, the first time they will be using it, will select the default set. Now you'll want to save your attribute set. Once you're there, you'll see 3 columns. One allows you to edit your set's name. One allows you to add and delete groups that your attributes will be organized into. And the last is the unassigned attributes that have not yet been included. Now from here, you can drag and drop attributes in any configuration that suits you and your product. Like I'm going to be adding gender and my shirt size. Now you'll notice when I try to remove URL key, it won't let me. That's because it is a system attribute. It is required by the system in every single attribute set. Now that I like my set, I'm going to save it. And you'll see it join the list of the other attribute sets that I've already set up. So now I'm going to go to Manage Product, and we'll see if we can add a product using that set. And there it is. Shirts General, we'll add a simple product. And as you can see, the attributes are organized exactly as I organized them in the attribute set, including the required items and the attribute we created, the size. That's it for the Magento screencast today. Thank you for joining us, and happy e-commerce!